Welcome to this information sharing video with me, MrSealyp. It's Thursday the 29th of September. We haven't got any new mods. We have got some updates. What I thought I would do, I've been sitting around waiting for mods to drop. Updates did, but no mods have. At the moment it's 20 past 5 in the UK. Normally mods have dropped way before now. I hope none drop later on, because that could cause me a bit of a problem. But what I thought I would do was talk about a couple of mods which I had a problem with recently, and the mod mysteries have been solved. Thank you to everyone who's commented, everyone who's messaged me. Thank you to Tiago regarding the HoneyBee headers, the AirFLEX headers from yesterday. So yeah, that one was, he sent me a video link from a video that DJ Goham made when he got early access to the headers from custom modding, and he then said that I think it was Farm Sim guy he'd watched one of his videos who had explained how to get that to work. Now it's one of those weird things that if you know, brilliant. If you don't, it's not something you would necessarily think to do unless it happened by accident. We'll get onto that in a moment. So that's the HoneyBee headers, sorry, HoneyBee AirFLEX series by Custom Modding, and this one here, these are the vending machines from the self-marketing mod by farmerfivetom, which I did the other day, and I had a real problem with this. Loads of people messaged, people sent me pictures, sent me all different things saying, you know, where the triggers were. This is another one that is a little bit, if you happen to catch it, you're very lucky. But anyway, first off, updates for today. The map Bourneheath by Brummy Farmer. That does say it needs a new save game. The MAN TGX 26640 platform by farmerfivetom. The MAN manure tank by Eduardo Siviero. The scooter by Cashdown18. The lizard trailer pack by Cashdown18 and the Flork. And the medium bunker silo by Kobe have all had updates. So this is where I hope this works. Putting these into the various different buildings are fine. If you can pick them up by hand, you can pick them up with forks, that kind of thing, but I couldn't unpack them. And what I said was, you used to come around here before, but the problem is I've got options coming up here to pick up object, throw object, crouch and stuff like that. So there's no options left if I do L1, R1, L1, R1 for that to work. So apparently you come up to it, get quite close to it, but turn away. If I go forward a little bit, will it come up? There you go. So you have to turn away from it, come up alongside it, and it will come up saying unwrap the self-marketing auto map. If I press that now, voila! Unpacked. Now there is an option to get them to work, but that could be another one that's, you have to come maybe to a funny angle and get it to do it. There you go, open the self-marketing. So I think it's that thing of there's so many different options that have come up to get it to do things. It's just a case of turning slightly to the side. Now it's gone again, look, because I've picked it up. Come on. There we go, close it. Now I wonder if I turn that way, will another one come up for anything? Yeah, so you can rewrap it if you want to. So if you want to box them up. So that solves one mystery. That's how you do it. It's just finding that little sweet spot. If you find it, that's absolutely great. But it should just be over to the right hand side, get as close to it as you can, just turn a little bit away, maybe step forward a bit. There you go, see, there you go, and then it will come up. So there's the mystery to opening up the vending machines as part of the self-marketing by farmerfivetom. So next on to this one. This caused me so much. I said it in the video yesterday, and like I said before, I'll go around and I'll go through all the various steps, all the things that through countless mod reviews, hundreds of mods, thousands of mods probably, and you go through the steps of thinking, okay, well logically it would be here, this would work, that would do this would do that, and when it doesn't, you then go to the instructions that the mod maker has left and you read through those, and then you try all sorts of stuff. And if you get to a point where it's not working, at some point you have to say, I've got to give up, because I can spend an hour on this and I've got to prep everything. So anyway, this is the trailer that comes with the back. If you watched the mod review yesterday, this can be split into two sections, and there's the header trailer. Now my thought was, well, working with every other header trailer I've ever worked with, you kind of lined up the middle section as best you can onto the trailer. And I thought, well, to balance it out, it's got to be in the middle. That would make perfect sense, wouldn't it? Or if you've got a longer header like this one, which is the longest at 18.3 meters, you might need 2 of these. But here's what you do. Take your tractor with the trailer. The part of the trailer that's got the winch, the little handle, that needs to be pointing towards the header. So you need to be driving in that direction with the winch facing the header. That's the first step. Then what you want to do is you want to line it up as best you can so that the bulk, it depends what bits you've got on the trailer, on the header, because the header has got various different things you can have added, one of them being these wheels which allow you to raise and lower it. So what if you haven't got that, you want to be lined up pretty much with the side of the feeder house, really, the throat of the feeder house, and that wheel. If you haven't got that wheel, then come from the feeder house over a little bit. So what I'm going to do, it's about 2/3 the way down, so the back of my trailer is lined up with really the tracks and this side of the feeder house, and the front of it should be almost in line where it breaks there, almost in line where that wheel is. So about 2/3 the way along, or 1/3 from that end. That's where you need to be. So what I'll do now is disconnect that section, and I drive around to the other end, ready to connect up. But we'll worry about that in a minute. So let me go and grab out. I'm doing this for 2 reasons. One, lots of people messaged me and said about it, and said, can you tell people? So I thought, well, the only way I can really tell people is by doing a video like this. Some people said, oh, can you post the videos? And also I felt bad for the modders, Custom Modding and farmerfivetom, that when I did their mod reviews, I kind of did them a disservice. So I thought, now I know. And if you haven't watched any of other people's videos that have done these, this will help. So what should happen now is when we get to there, that comes up. If you do it from the middle, it won't. If you come anywhere else along the header, it won't. But there, attach HoneyBee AirFLEX cart back. Click that, and it was as simple as that. I said when I did the mod review, it's going to be something really simple, but not necessarily really obvious. So what I'll do now is go to the header, lower that down, disconnect, and back away from the header. And then we grab the other part, the front section of the header trailer, back up until the little option comes up to connect. There you go. And there we have it. The front section becomes the front set of wheels, the rear section, that set of wheels, and we're good to go for transporting the header. And like I say, it's one of those things when people do optical illusion jokes or things like that, that kind of, oh, can you work this out? If you know, you know. If you don't, it just becomes often luck. I'm surprised, I'll be honest, I'm surprised that in the instructions, in the description for the mod, that wasn't sort of written down. But anyway, that's how you do it. 2 mod mysteries solved, and the 2 more recent ones for me personally. I hope this has helped people out. If it has, please give us a like. If you don't, now if it hasn't, if you knew this already, that's great. That's fine. If you didn't know, then I've helped people. So I know often people will comment and say, I knew this already. That's fantastic. But there will be a lot of people that watch this that didn't. So there you go. If you have found it useful, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.